Baylor's first flight.
Crazy.
It was disastrous, honestly.
News tonight, a shooting at the San Antonio International Airport. San Antonio's police chief tells us an officer shot a suspect and stopped what could have been a mass shooting.
Big three.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Charlie Smith vlog. We have not vlogged since Baylor's birth, which was about 5 months ago now. But we're starting the next chapter in our lives, which is going to be taking the two boys to all 50 states in the next 18 years. We don't think that we're going to do IVF again, so we want to move forward with this chapter and have a video diary to look back on as well, share with all of our family and friends. Here we go. Alright, so let's talk about Baylor's first flight.
Crazy.
It was disastrous, honestly. So there's not video, really, from our first flight on this journey, but we'll give you a recap. We flew from San Antonio to Las Vegas, and everything was going good. We were actually on time, leaving the house, maybe a little earlier than we planned to be, and that's abnormal for us. So we get to the airport and we're going to valet the car so that we can just all get out at the same time, leave the bags and all of that. So Garrett pulls up to the upper level. He's like, "Where's valet?" And I was like, "Oh, valet is on the bottom level." So he goes to do the circle around the airport, comes back to go to the bottom level, and we start seeing everybody running. People are running out from the valet area on the lower level, running out from upstairs. And we're like, and cops are passing us like crazy. Everybody, we saw this one particular cop's face, and his face just said, like, something serious is going down. So at that point, we were like, okay, well, we need to get out of here. We don't want to be caught in the middle of whatever is going on. So we turned around and we drove back through the one way that we came in. We drove the wrong way to get out of there, but we wanted to make sure we were safe. So we did that. We left and we went and parked at my work. There was a shooter in the airport, and it was right where, if we had not missed the valet turn, we would have been in it or seen it, or we would have been basically right there. That's where the shooter was. So we were definitely very lucky that we were not there, but that certainly added some mass chaos to our flight. We had to wait until the airport opened to back up in order for us to be able to park, and once we parked and we got checked in, which was chaos to get checked in, we figured out that everybody in the entire airport had been evacuated. Even if you already checked in for your flight, you were required to leave. So everybody from the whole airport was required to go back through TSA, all the employees and everything, which resulted in an extremely long line of thousands of people lined the entire inside of the building and outside. So we were at the very outside of this line waiting to get through TSA. While we were in line, they were making calls saying, "Flights are leaving, you need to be boarding," but we were all waiting in line. It didn't really make sense. And then they kept moving our flight to be delayed, but only by like 10 minutes at a time. So we just really had no idea if we were going to make it or not. But eventually, we made it through TSA and we got on board. Apparently, we were the back of the line because everybody else was already on the plane. Maybe not everybody, but all seats were full. There were no two seats next to each other, and we ended up on 3 rows. All split up. Nobody offered to give their seats. The flight attendants didn't offer us to help us move anybody. Like, I don't know, COVID was adding to that or what, but it was very frustrating. We were at least all in a triangle. We were all near each other, but we were not in the same row. So it went fine for the first 2 hours, and then for the last 45 minutes, when my 3-year-old did not want to wear his mask anymore, his ears were popping, and he wasn't sitting next to his parents, it went downhill. Which I let everybody loudly know that if they would have let me sit next to my child, I could comfort him, but they did not want to give up their seat, so I did not feel bad for his behavior. But let's hope that doesn't happen again on a future flight, because I don't know how much traveling we're going to be doing if all our flights go like that. Anyways, we made it to Vegas safely. We are glad that we had someone looking over us in order to help us not be in that same position we would have been in if we hadn't missed that valet turn. And we made it to Vegas. But we didn't film too much in Vegas. We just headed up to Utah. So here's some clips from our trip to Utah.